Hello, everyone. Truly so glad that you are joining with us here at Trinity Grace. It is an understatement to say that these are difficult and strange days, but the movement of Jesus and the power of the gospel is built on facing the pain and brokenness of this world and offering healing and faithful presence and redemptive love. These days, they offer us a substantial opportunity to be the church. And that, of course, involves so much more than simply watching a shared worship experience online together at the same time each week. It means, like always, we are those who are seeking to encounter God and be in His presence, to grow in spiritual friendship and community, to be formed more and more to be like Christ. To serve our neighbors, our city, our world with tangible love in action, and to be telling the story of the gospel as we go along. Certainly not something that we can do on our own, even when we're in isolation. And when you see the New Testament church thriving on the pages of Scripture, they are weaving those threads together: presence and formation and love. And our vision as a church has not changed, even though our practices have had to in this unique moment. We have had to fight to hold on to these central parts of who we are as a community. And that means fighting not to drift into mere convenience or consumerism and lose crucial aspects of who we are as a church. So I want to encourage you with all of my heart, don't just watch during these days, join in. We know that you are having to spend a lot of time on screens throughout the week, and we respect that. We are attempting to keep the elements of our online shared worship experience to under an hour so that you have the time and the stamina to connect in a community and discussion setting right after this gathering or throughout the week. We need to know and be known. It's part of who we are as human beings. We need to pray together. We need to share our lives together. We have made a group's guide for this season of the life of our church to help us organize those community moments and make them meaningful. It's just, simply put, you're missing a huge part of what it means to be the church. If you're just watching here, we have to continue to connect. And along those lines, I want to share that we're going to be taking communion during our shared worship experience each week. This allows us to take the meal at the same moment, even if we're in different places. And so that means a little bit of preparation. It means having bread and wine or grape juice prepared for that moment in the service. If you don't have the elements, of course, you can simply pray with us during that moment. Another important thing to note for our families is our kids' worship is happening at 9 a.m. on Sundays. So you can join in that together and worship as a family. And then there's a short break before our shared worship begins at 10:30. Opportunities for our youth and older kids are happening throughout the week as well. So look out for those. Also, another crucial aspect of our worship together as a church is our generosity. It's an essential element of how Jesus says we express our hearts as His followers. And we're continuing, of course, to pool our resources in this time to seek to be generous towards the needs in our city, to be a community that is saying, God, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. So you can give at tgcparkslope.com/give. And the last thing I'll mention as we prepare our hearts for worship is we are looking for ways as a community, as individuals, as families, for our faith to be expressed in love. Paul says that's essential to our life as believers. Service and gratitude are central to our mission. They're powerful antidotes to despair, and this is such a crucial moment in our world, in our city, in our time, to demonstrate the love of Christ and care for our neighbors and city, and especially the most vulnerable among us. So there are many ways for you to help in these days. There are many ways that we are teaming up as a church to do that. You can find out more about all of this, everything going on in this season of our church, tgcparkslope.com/Eastertide. Again, we are so happy that you've joined with us for this worship experience. We invite you just to take a few moments to prepare your heart as we begin.